us, as always, is Greta. We have a bee playing in the background as a drone note. And today we are going to sit back and relax and take a look at some garbage pail kids that I found in my storage unit. I was going through my storage unit and I found this. I did not remember collecting Matchbox cars, so it was kind of surprising to find it. But then I opened it up and remembered I had blocked off a whole bunch of garbage pail kids that I had when I was a kid. So let's take a look at them, shall we? But first, we need to clean the playing field. Our first card is 104B, Baron Aaron. Baron Aaron is encased in stone like the ancient Sphinx in Egypt. Baron Aaron. And on the back were these random different things on the back of each card, and this one was a wanted poster, and it reads, "Wanted for disturbing the peace. Fill in your garbage man's name. Garbage man, also guilty of the following crimes: making new garbage cans into old garbage cans overnight, leaving more garbage on the street than he picked up, getting all the neat stuff that your mom threw out." 104B. 117A is a late-stage, full-figured Elvis-esque character who is singing a green note. Must be very similar to the brown note. It's a very gross note, I guess. And he has got 3 chins here and a 6-string ukulele. It's rocky and roll. Now I did not write this. This is not my writing, so I have no idea who I traded this card with. But it is wanted for creating a health hazard. Fill in a slob's name here. Slob, also guilty of the following crimes: attracting vermin from as far away as Afghanistan. I guess that joke only lands if you're outside of Afghanistan. Impersonating a toxic dump site. Coloring his clothing without using a dye. Rocky and roll. 117A. 127A. Travelin' Travis. Poor Travelin' Travis got ran over by this car, and they just kept on going and left them stuck to the tire like an old piece of chewing gum. Travelin' Travis. And this was a piece of a puzzle that, when put together, made one of the characters for this series. Thick Vic, 90B. Thick Vic is the dunce version of the thinking man. He is dense as stone. He has his dunce cap and is smoking a cigarette. I don't know if his teeth are supposed to also point out that he's not smart, but I don't think that's the case. Thick Vic, 90B. There's another piece of a puzzle. Melton Elton, 158A. Oh, Melton Elton is a snowman and was not smart enough to realize he shouldn't be cozy enough next to a fire. So he is unaliving himself by hanging out this close to the fire. But he's cold, so I get it. And we have wanted poster for a cat. For carrying concealed weapons, claws. Fill in name of cat. Pet cat. Also guilty of the following crimes: drunk and disorderly behavior, blood containing .002 catnip, dispersal of odious material all over the house, biting the hand that feeds it, warning may shed when apprehended. Melton Elton 158A. 162A and B. Icky Mickey and Barf and Bart. And they are eating some really disgusting stuff. Some slime, a whole lot of eyeballs, tentacles, cigarette butts, snakes, dentures, tin cans, fingers, cockroaches, chicken feet, snails with a shell. Yeah, so our guys aren't eating very healthy today. And they are a puzzle piece. Now every garbage pail kid has a twin. The first set that we went through, I did not have twins for, but all the rest that we're gonna look through, they all have twins. Spiky Mikey, Nail Neil, 155A and B. Spiky Mikey, Nail Neil have very elastic body parts, and the whole bed of nails trick does not land with them, as you can see by the nails sticking through their skin. You can also see there's a lot of scarring here, so there have been cases where they have come all the way through. His snake has the same elastic skin for some reason. And we have another puzzle piece. And you see the puzzle pieces have different colored borders. So there's multiple puzzles that can be assembled for each series. We have Menaced Dennis and Wormy Shermy, 173A and 173B. These guys are being invaded by caterpillars who are entering through the nostril and exiting through holes in their head. They have staked their claim, and as you can see by the flag they have planted in his face. And on the back we have a bio here. Full-figured Matt, Slobby Robbie, alias Slobby Robbie, address 275 Pound Avenue, Pork Chop, Arizona, permanent record 9/12/80, held up pizzeria, made off with 65 pies and a sausage hero. 10/15/81, loosened his belt, killed 26 people, maimed 15. 6/3/86, after a 12-hour diet, went berserk and devoured Salt Lake City, Utah. Favorites: food, buffets with cheese on them. Song, Eat It. Book, all cookbooks. Movie, Porky's 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. I believe there was only a Porky's 1 and 2. I do not think there was a 3 and 4. TV show, Let's Make a Meal. Quote, pass me everything. That was Menace Dennis and Wormy Shermy. "170A, 170B, Richie Rich and Luke Puke." It's a play on Richie Rich, I guess. Looks like Richie Rich and Luke Puke are barfing up the meal that Icky Mickey and Barfin' Bart ate. Seem to be a whole lot of barfing going on in the Garbage Pail Kids universe. But yeah, so they're barfing up eyeballs, apple cores, tin cans. That looks like a stack of money. A skull, whiskey bottle, scissors, shoes, all kinds of good stuff. And we have another bio. And it looks like it is for Leaky Lindsay, alias Messy Tessie. Address 1100 Drippy Drive, Mucus Falls, Minnesota. Permanent record 11/14/82. Sneezed in class. School was out for a month. 12/10/83. Sneezed at Disneyland. Goofy was found 3 weeks later, hanging from a telephone wires in Dallas. 2/16/86. Sneezed after a severe 6-week congestion. Last spotted orbiting Saturn. Favorites: food, anything through a straw. Song, I'm leaking over a 4-leaf clover. Book, Booker T. Washington, The Inside Story. I'm sorry, that's a funny one. Booker T. Washington, The Inside Story. Movie, The Blob. TV show, Snout's Landing. Quote, hi, can I borrow your hanky? No, you may not. Richie Rich. Now, the next one is the character that makes up one of the puzzles that we have been seeing on the backside. This is Newly Dead Ed and Dynamike, 250A and 250B. Dynamike pushed the plunger on his own dynamite, not a bright guy. And again, that's a running theme with these guys. And look, his puzzle piece on the back is for, yeah, so it's this section here. This section here that goes like this. So there we go. That is Dynamike and Newly Dead Ed 250A and B. This one's one of my favorites. I'm going to start with him upside down. So it's upside down Donald and U-turn 184A and B. I like this one a lot. It's a clever one. So he's technically hanging from upside down, and because we would use the buildings as a reference. So basically, he's just a normal kid with an upside down head. And there we go. Upside down Donald. U-turn 184A and B. And on back we have a bio. We have Jolton Joe, alias Mean Gene, address 123 Main Street, Great Kills, New York. Permanent record 5/10/81. Recreated the bombing of Pearl Harbor in his bathtub. 8,000 perished. 3/21/83. Invaded Disneyland. Held Mickey hostage on Space Mountain. 7/30/86. Bombed Cleveland. Received Medal of Honor. Okay, that's messed up. That's just messed up. To anyone who's watching this in Cleveland, I don't agree with this joke. Food, gunpowder donuts. Song, sung soundtrack from the Green Berets. Magazine, Soldier of Fortune Weekly. Movie, Rambo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blah, blah, blah. I do not think there was anything past 5, right? I think there was just a Rambo 1, 2, 3, 4, if I'm not mistaken. TV show As the World Burns. Quote, charge! Exclamation point. Look at our guy. Next we have 237A and B. Total Todd and Towen Owen. Our guy's gotten into a pretty nasty wreck. He has impaled his leg with something. There are pistons and light housings and fenders and fire and tires, and yeah, he's all messed up. And we have a puzzle piece of dynamite. Okay, it looks like I do not have a twin for Muddy Maud. But we have Muddy Maud. So, yeah, I have confirmed I do not have a twin for Muddy Maud. What I had was 2 Muddy Mauds. Muddy Maud 244B. And our poor Maud is smashed into a welcome mat and has been impaled in the hand by an umbrella and has of course been trampled on by a lot of mud. Muddy Maud makes up a puzzle piece. We have Whacked Up Wally and Paddlin' Madeline, 209A and B. Paddlin' Madeline is, her head has been tied to a paddle ball set, it looks like, and is quite battered, and the person is whacking her vigorously. Well, her and him, depending on which one you got here. So, poor bastards. And they are a puzzle piece. Next, we have 131A and 131B. Stuffed Stefan and Rutherford B. Hey, I like that one. But our poor guy has been made into a living scarecrow, and the crows are taking his eyeball out. Poor guy. Not a very good scarecrow, obviously. And they make up a piece of a puzzle. Okay, I also do not have a twin for Gordon 166A. I believe his twin was Matt Adore. But our guy stood right in front of the cape and got plowed right through. Should have gotten out of the way, buddy. In the back we have a wanted sign for maladjustment. Fill in name of plumber. Also guilty of the following crimes: creating a leak in your pocketbook, working as slowly as the drain he's repairing, charging double rates for using a plumber's helper, warning may leak when accosted. Gordon. So I like this one a lot. This is 233A and B. And we have Wes Mess and Trash Can Ken. Trash Can Ken. Trash Can Ken. Whew. And I like that they are made up of a mosaic of a bunch of different trash. And like he's got a watermelon for a head, cigarette butts for eyebrows, a button, and a bottle cap for eyes, jars for temples. He's got apple cores, Tootsie Roll, a pear, it looks like, shoes, a baseball, tire, styrofoam cups, fishbone, rolled up newspapers, ketchup bottle, whiskey bottle, milk bottles, ice cream cone, tuna cans. I like this one a lot. And they make up a piece of a puzzle. And we're getting down to the last few here. We have 154A and 154B, Basket, Casey, and Dribbling Derek. Our poor guy is using his own head as a basketball and beating the trash out of himself in the process. He is obviously a corpse because he's being followed by flies. So, shoes are untied, and he is on the Garbage Pail Kids team, and he's looks like number 2. And they make up a puzzle piece on the back. So, another one that I do not have. A twin for 153B, Duncan Pumpkin. Duncan Pumpkin, for some reason, is wearing a leprechaun outfit and has carved his own pumpkin head into a jack-o'-lantern, complete with realistic eyes. You can see a little bit down here that he carved out, and he's holding a candle in his hand. Duncan Pumpkin. And behind Duncan Pumpkin we have Wanted for Dirty Tricks. Fill-in name of Wise Guy. Wise Guy also guilty of the following crimes: inciting a riot by simply flaring his right nostril, stealing chairs from under the elderly, practicing sarcasm. Practice makes perfect. Notice: proceed with restraint and cover all sore spots. Duncan Pumpkin, 153B. A and B. Dangling Dolly and Surreal Neil. We have a couple Garbage Pail Kids who are living out a real life Salvador Dali painting. And they are melting, folded over a tree branch. And we have a bio. Dead Ted, alias JDK. Address 6 feet under Tomb Street, Boot Hill, Texas. Permanent record 7/10/81. Did 15 minutes of stand-up comedy. Died on stage. 8/19/82. Decomposed at the Brooklyn Conservatory. 12/3/86. Spiked punch at prom with bone marrow. Killed entire graduating class. Favorites: Food, Dead Duck. Song, The Funeral March. Book, Prefers the Obituaries. Movie, The Dead End Kids Meet Death. TV show, Saturday Night Dead. Quote, could you pass me my hand? This is our last set. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me today and going through my first block of Garbage Pail Kids. Our last set of cards, 157A, 157B, Larry Lips and Distortin Morton, wearing some culturally inappropriate items for someone who has a skin tone of that type. I can't say I care so much for this one. These gentlemen are wearing some items that are worn traditionally by some tribes to elongate their their necks, and he took it to the extreme and did some extreme stuff to his lips. Larry Lips, Distort Morton. And they are a piece of a puzzle. Thank you for watching Always Strange, Mostly Random ASMR. Rest peacefully.